Hello and welcome to Transformers Tuesday, where we are continuing our read-through of the Transformers comic series from Skybound Entertainment and Image Comics. I am your host, Robo Prime Games, and I am, as may surprise you, a Transformers fan. We are halfway through the first year of Transformers already. I mean, obviously we're over halfway with the comics. I mean, we're halfway through the comics that we're going through up until the release of Transformers 1. Here's today's issue. That's the wrong scene. This is the correct scene. Hello, Space. Congratulations on being first. And hello, Ethereal Battle. Adam, long time no see. I hope you're doing okay. And hopefully I'll be seeing a lot more of you. Wink wink. Transformers issue number 7. So again, the cover doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the story inside it. It could be alluding to stuff that we've already seen. It might just be a cool piece of art. So I, for one, would never imagine that they would do anything mad like kill off Soundwave. I think this is just to show Starscream's intentions. Starscream just wants to fuck up Soundwave and all Soundwave's silly little tapes. Nudes are in my DMs as requested. Thank you. Thank you. I've been waiting for something to jerk off to, and finally you've provided me with the bank of wank. Thank you, Adam. That was much appreciated. I need to be careful where I put my feet. Giggity. Because I'm fed up with kicking this damn stand. I've only got to deal with it for another 6 weeks, it's fine. Transformers issue number 7, featuring, again, the incredibly maniacal laugh of Starscream. I love how they do his face in this comic series. A bit cracked at the cockpit, though. He's a little worse for wear. Tearing apart one of the tapes, which I mean, based on the colour, I believe it to be Rumble. But really, I think it's open to interpretation. So I think without further ado, let's get stuck in. So there's several cameos in the opener of this comic. So we're gonna go straight into the credits first, the opening credits. Let me just line this all up, and we'll get zoomed in on the top of the comic. Okay. Transformers issue 7, written by Daniel Warren Johnson, art by George Corona. The colourer is Mike Spicer and the letterer is Russ Wooten. Additional covers by Daniel Warren Johnson, Mike Spicer, George Corona, Mike Spicer, Karen S. Darbo, Casper Wingard, Torin Clark, Mike Del Mundo, John Giang, Tiago Da Silva, Alex Milne, Red Code, John Boy Mayers, Livio Ramondelli, and Adam Gorham. Quite a few guest artists in this issue. I feel like that's more names than we normally have. Edited by Ben Abernathy, publication design Andre Suarez, and production by Ashby Florence. Now, into the story we go. Get ready for Cameo City. We're on Cybertron already. A very war-torn Cybertron, as indeed it should be. Hurry this way. They're closing in, we gotta move. How did they know where we ambush? So, I mean, several characters here. Some of you may recognize, some of you may not. Elita 1, one of the first female Transformers to appear in the cartoon, and also Optimus Prime's better half. You got Cup, first seen in the 1986 movie. You've got Huffer here in the foreground, and you've got Warpath there as well. So, excellent cameos. Very, very happy to see these guys. Huffer looking more like a badass than he normally does. In the cartoon, he is portrayed as a bit of a whiner, but still kind of cool. So they are being ambushed. They are fighting their way somewhere on Cybertron, and they are ambushed. Okay, yeah, so this bit first. Keep your mind on the mission, Huffer. He's in that fortress. That's where we go. Who could be in the fortress, I wonder? A whiner and backup trailer puller. Exactly. And I love that my version of Huffer can hook up to my version of Optimus Prime's trailer. No turning circle. It's fixed, but it's still cool that he can do it. That's a long way with no cover, Elita. We're completely cut off, Cup. The only way out is through. We make a run for it from here. You're sure about this? No choice, and don't ask me again, Elita 1 being a badass. You're the boss. Huffer, Warpath, load up. Ready, Sarge? Huffer, how much juice you got? Shield capacity at 7%. I'm not sure how much longer it'll hold. You cover our rear as we make a run for it. Gonna have to haul ass. What else is new? And he looks pretty confident here. A very sort of confident, cocky grin there. I like that we're seeing some action on Cybertron at last. But then this is like the beginning of the next arc. The first arc was that first 6 issues covering like who's going to take over the arc, who's going to set up base, you know, where. Classic Autobots versus Decepticons stuff. But anyway, we have here Warpath, Huffer, Cup, and Elita 1 making the push with some pew pew pew. Let's go. Here it comes. Oh, here it goes. Get behind me. And Huffer showing a pretty cool ability that I don't think we've seen him use before. He's putting up a force field from his arm, which I would associate that more with Trailbreaker, because it's a power that we've seen him use. He did quite well using it in the IDW comics as well, but I've never seen Huffer use it, so I think that's pretty cool. But he takes a beating on the shield. Pew pew pew, they mean business. Exactly. Yep. Extra P's. Extra E, sorry. Extra P. Yeah. Poor Huffer is no more. That's his cameo over. Oh no, I'm losing it. And he's blown up. Well, I mean, is he dead? I don't think any... I mean, people say the same thing about Marvel. It's like, oh, well, they're not really dead. They'll just bring back one for a different universe. But in Transformers, there is always the possibility of a character being rebuilt. So I'm not ruling out Huffer for the moment. You know, he could come back. Huffer, keep going. We're almost there. So it's just Warpath, Cup, and Elita 1 now. But Cup takes a hit. We've got some zack, zack, zack there now, and Warpath using his famous chest cannon. Spark damn Deceptor! Ah! He takes a hit to the belly. And poor Elita is troubled because Cup is now wounded. But forget that. In the space of a few panels, Warpath is blown to smithereens with an "Aye!" You just got to imagine that as a Wilhelm scream. Ah! That's my best one I could do. Go save him for all of it, and he gets a headshot. And Cup is no more. So yeah, those guys didn't last long. I'm quite surprised that they let Cup go so easily because he was like the grizzled warrior character in the 1986 movie. Like he was the one who you didn't think anyone could mess with. For fuck's sake! Ah! Can a man not adjust where his feet are? I guess not. Okay. Let me try putting that forward a bit. There we go. Yeah. So I was really excited to find out who Elita was going to be saving. And the good news is we're about to find out. Put your feet on me, Teddy. As brutal as the 80s movie, are they introducing new toys and characters to sell? Maybe. I don't think there have been any brand new characters just yet. But then I think they probably would want to start with familiar characters. Elita 1 kicking down the door to the fortress with a bam. Hello? By the spark. Is it just me or can I... Oh yeah, someone's shuffling something around. Okay, that's fine. By the spark. Now, I was really curious to find out who this is going to be. And I didn't recognize him at first. But there they are. What have they done to you? And there's a very pained Elita one looking very sad. So I think there are some very subtle pieces on here that tell you which character this is. But I did not see it at first. And I think it's yet to be confirmed. I believe it to be Ultra Magnus. Because it's implied that he's very big. Ultra Magnus is a large lad. And there's a little bit of blue up here in a similar sort of way that his chest would be. And these bits have a certain redness to them. He's just extra naked. Ultra naked. So I wondered if those were meant to be like his shoulder cannon things, maybe. I don't know. But he's in a pretty bad way. So, yeah, that's what Elita 1 has been doing on Cybertron. Meanwhile, on planet Earth, we have the USS Henry Harrison in the Pacific Ocean. Captain, call from the Admiral, line 3. Thanks, Skip. Admiral, good to hear from you. I'm sorry, what? Giant, what nows? Alright, I understand, Admiral. We'll check it out right away. Captain, turn us around. And there's a little shot of some family there, because of course. They all died for nothing. Well, we don't know. They helped Elita 1 get there to that building. Who knows what will happen? I mean, I know what happened, but I guess we'll find out next issue. We're headed to the coast of Washington. We're going to go find some robots. So, I'm not totally sure where the Decepticons are, but judging from the billowing, like, smoke and the hot things, I think they're just, like, deep, deep down, and like at the bottom of the ocean, like where you get like plumes of hot smoke coming out of the water, you know. I can't think I can't think of what they're called. Not I cannot think of the words. Never mind. Anyway, Decepticons are at the bottom of the ocean. I think. I just kind of have to suspend my disbelief as to how they're moving because of the... Yeah, fumarals. Yeah. Like, not only are they moving on Earth's gravity, they're also now completely underwater. Whoa! Not tonight! Mikazu Kami, thank you so much for the raid! That is very kind of you. Wow! Thank you so much. Welcome to Transformers issue number 7 from Skybound Entertainment. We are just a few pages into the read-through. We will probably be here for another 30 minutes or so. How was Valorant? And while you're telling us about that, let's get through a few more panels. What is the meaning of this gathering that has big "who disrupts my coronation" energy? Starscream looking down upon the Constructicons, Soundwave and Rumble. Soundwave, I've called a meeting as a reset, Starscream. We find ourselves on the run, beaten back by barely functioning Autobots and their weakling humans. This is not the way it should be. We the Decepticons, again, Soundwave looking absolutely furious there, as furious as he could be. We the Decepticons should be the conquerors, we should be the ones that enslave. I know who'd make it right. And once again, Starscream is absolutely against any mention of Megatron. Your ass went 0-3 in ranked. Oh dear. Is that bad? And you want to watch the Olympics, you're in the stream. You have to go eat and rest a little bit, so we'll leave you alone. Alright, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Enjoy your dinner. Shut it, whelp. Nobody wants to hear from the pipsqueaks. Poor Rumble. Poor Ravage. Starscream is mistreating all of these tapes. And I think he's about to get his comeuppance. That is where you are wrong, Starscream. All of us here have sacrificed for our goal. The extermination of the Autobots is necessary. And after trying your hand at leadership, you have failed. Miserably. Soundwave is... Oh, look at him helping up Rumble. Soundwave loves his friends. Starscream does have size issues. He's sizist. Or tapist. He's a tapist. He's a serial tapist. Oh, God. It is time to step down. And what does Starscream have to say about that? Decepticons, look at what your brother does. He lies. He usurps what is right and good. I am the Decepticon leader. I am the one who can lead us back to Starscream. Thundercracker stepping up, which I think is great. He challenged you. This is our way. This is the way. Oops. Ready yourself for combat. And I can't tell if Thundercracker has pushed Starscream away to get him into the arena, or if he's threatening to use his null rays, but I think either way, Starscream poopant. Wait! Again, showing his cowardly side. Rumble, absolutely loving it. I don't think you can quite tell, but he's got a pretty big smirk on there. Even the Constructicons are in on it. They're all surrounding Starscream, who can do nothing but say, wait! Wait! And he gets a big kaboom from Soundwave's pistol there. Looks like he's been shot in the shoulder. So not a lethal blow, but powerful enough. Soundwave, what about a co-leadership mod? The time for talk is done. I fucking love how Soundwave is like, I'm done with this shit. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. And he's got more than enough reason. Not only is Starscream fucking around with his tapes, he is genuinely being a bad leader to Decepticons, and Soundwave, I think, would always make a better second in command than Starscream would. But it's fun seeing Starscream trying, isn't it? Anyway, big old punch in the face, and then kicking him in the side, like wrapping Starscream around Soundwave's leg. And Starscream just drifts off and then thwomp into the sand in the distance. Oh, excuse me. Do you yield, Starscream? So even Soundwave is like, I'm going to give Starscream a chance to live. But Starscream isn't having it. And he says, never, throwing a rock at Soundwave, who blocks it with his wrist. Die. Except, right on the face. And slams him into the dirt, where he belongs. Soundwave proving himself the better fighter, as indeed we knew he was. He throws away his gun, and then wails upon Starscream's face. Boom. Boom. Perfect. Completely obliterating him in the face. Although, surprisingly, I don't think Starscream's face looks that bad after so many punches to the face. Tries getting a shot off, misses, and an excellent headbutt there. That's a good panel right there. But then, stop. Soundwave releasing Laserbeak. That's cheating! And there's a silhouette of Laserbeak in the eye. Of course, going for the eye. Ah! Some very human-looking teeth there. But yeah, another great one. But I think Soundwave's best line is yet to come. Yeah. I can't wait. Here, Laserbeak. Soundwave, I am willing to forgive this betrayal. God, even now he has the audacity to try and assert dominance. You can still choose the right path for our species. You can... You kicked my Ravage. I fucking love that. I mean, it's true. Starscream did do that, but it's like... This is Soundwave exacting his revenge on Starscream hurting his friends. You kicked my Ravage, he says. He shows true affection for his pet. Or his friend. I think more friends than pet. And Soundwave drills his hand through Starscream's chest, ripping out a bunch of interior stuff. I don't know if this comic series will introduce the concept of sparks. We know that the Transformers have energy levels, but if their energy runs out, they're not dead. And we know that Optimus's matrix is linked to his life force. We do not know if the sparks exist yet. So I still don't... I don't believe that this necessarily means the death of Starscream, but he is getting fucked up either way. The only path left is extermination. No! Goodbye, Starscream. And Starscream is flung into the depths, and we don't see where the body ends up. We just see that he's thrown away, and now Soundwave is the leader of the Decepticons. These pieces, Starscream's pieces, will help heal Ravage. But I will not just heal my own. We will rebuild together. We will conquer together. We will destroy together. It's actually kind of inspiring. But they are still the bad guys. They want to destroy shit. But I've got to hand it to Soundwave for his expert takedown of Starscream. Are you with me, brothers? Brothers! They all take a knee. Rumble, I'm guessing. Someone else, one of the Constructicons, Thundercracker. Decepticons honor our new leader. Soundwave, 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 Soundwave. Love it. I'd be chanting for Soundwave too, from the back, in the shadows. I'd be like, Soundwave, Star. It's not Starwave. Oh dear. Cool. So that's got us up to date with the Decepticons. We're halfway through the comic. What are the Autobots up to on Earth? So, last week, Optimus took down Devastator, sent the Decepticons off, scurrying. Sparkplug Witwicky, Spike's dad, entered the Matrix, literally crawled into Optimus's Matrix of leadership, and that gave Optimus the strength and energy to defeat Devastator, which is very cool to witness. And RC has taken Carly under her wing as a protege, an apprentice. So that's where we're up to. It's Carly, isn't it? Guilty. Wait, no, that can't be right because. Once again, I'm misremembering where things happen. Forget everything I just said. It's Carly, isn't it? Guilty. What are you doing? What's it look like training? Very, very dark days indeed. Carly is not happy. Is this something you're used to here on Earth? Not really. Shooting some targets, kind of getting some hits in. But gotta start somewhere, which is fair enough. Can I join you? Boom! Destroys the whole target thing. Shoot, sorry. Not bad. Looking a bit happier there, but for the wrong reasons, I think. Optimus says I'm the best shot he's ever seen. I wish I wasn't so good at it. What? You should be stoked. It'll help when it comes to killing Decepticons, killing Starscream. Dramatic irony. We know what's happened to Starscream. These guys don't. I can see the fire in your eyes. Be careful it doesn't consume you. I'm sorry. You don't know the first thing about me. What was it? RB? RC. Whatever. Pretty angsty. I apologise. It's just you remind me of myself, when my gears were just beginning to turn. I had a teacher then. Who was the teacher? The teacher was another very cool panel here. It's my boy. It's my second favourite Autobot, Ultra Magnus, in a flashback. But this is why I think it's Ultra Magnus who was in that fortress on Cybertron. Because you introduce that kind of mangled body. You've got a whole panel here about how Ultra Magnus was like an ace kind of trainer in combat. His name was Ultra Magnus. My clan was killed during the siege of Cybertron when I was very young. Magnus saved me. He was the one that taught me how to shoot, how to fight. He taught me everything I know. I've just noticed, I didn't spot this before. This is the flashback to when RC was young and her clan was killed. She's looking very sad and distraught. And Ultra Magnus is holding her hand, leading her to safety. Ah, Magnus, my boy. Very cool, very sweet. He taught me everything I know. But I wanted justice for my people. Ultra Magnus died because of me. Because of my path of hate. A path that takes more than it heals, Carly, if it heals at all. And Carly's just like, cool story. He had time for that? He doesn't usually have time to deal with that now. I can't deal with that now. Damn it, open! Carly being very disrespectful. Cool story. But that's all we hear about them for the moment. Cliffjumper, who had a chance to shoot Starscream last week, but decided not to. I was weak, Jazz. I couldn't kill Starscream. Carly hasn't spoken to me since. It's alright, Cliff. There's no shame in not pulling the trigger, even in war. Then why do I feel this way? Poor Cliffjumper. If it makes it any better, Optimus is having the same problem. And here's Spike, recently out of hospital, wheelchair bound, possibly never going to walk again. So that makes me wonder about what kind of seeds they're sowing for future story arcs. Will Spike overcome his paralysis through Headmaster technology, or maybe they'll have a few issues where they put his consciousness inside a custom Autobot like they did in the cartoon. Or maybe it'll be the exosuit like from the movie. I don't know. Maybe they won't do anything with it, and it'll be like a kind of Chip Chase Spike Witwicky hybrid. Maybe he'll be the guy in the chair. Anyway, so Spike must have just now found out that his dad has disappeared inside the Matrix. Optimus with his Megatron arm still. Ratchet. Spike, please talk to me. I know it's not your fault, Optimus. I just need time. The sun going down. Very sweet, very beautiful. Now this is interesting. This is a really cool sequence right here. Gotta try and make sure it doesn't spoil anything. Okay. Optimus, what Sparky did was his choice. But there's no way to explain that to Spike, Ratchet. He's too young to lose his family. I did this. I must make it up to Spike somehow. I don't know how. I mean, it was definitely Sparkplug's own volition that he entered the Matrix. The Matrix leadership was just there. It wasn't Optimus's fault at all. Anyway. Baby crying. What? Optimus, what's wrong? Optimus, look out. So it's Optimus's hands cradling a baby. A tiny baby. Which I think is obviously to do with Sparkplug being inside the Matrix of Leadership. Sparkplug, who is a father, twice over. Jimmy and Spike Witwicky. But Optimus is completely thrown, transforms and crashes. It's basically like a Cybertronian tripping over your own feet. What happened? I don't know. Come on, Optimus. Let's get ye home. Wheeljack, how come you haven't activated more of us? Or fixed your body already? That's RC asking that. You can see we've got Skywarp integrated into Teletran 1 here. I've been trying, but the Decepticons used part of Skywarp to repair Teletran 1, and I accidentally revived the remaining part of his neural cortex. He's locking me out of the repair systems. It means I have to repair each one of us manually, which is taking a lifetime. I just finished fixing Ratchet's legs. I love it. So it's kind of written with a full stop in between, so Skywarp is just talking robotically now, like ha, ha. He sounds seriously off the beat, which is of course something that Jazz would say. I think only part of himself is in there. They fried him pretty good. Looking a bit like Blitzwing there. Eat my vapor auto bastard. They learned the word bastard. That's enough of that, and he turns off Skywarp. That's pretty fucked up. Skywarp is alive inside Teletran 1, but he's so loyal to the Decepticon cause that he is all about just insulting the Autobots rather than being concerned about the fact that he is now part, like, computer. What do we do now? We have to find the Decepticons. We need backup. I can still fix this up. It'll just take a little longer to figure a workaround. Please make haste, Wheeljack. Oh, here we go. A pretty cool panel of Optimus walking in. We have the upper hand, but make no mistake. Our initiative will not last as long as the Decepticons reign freely over this beautiful Earth. Kind of doing a power walk into the base, closely followed by Ratchet. If that's the case, we'll need a way to find them. Some sort of vehicle to get us a bird's eye view. I have a plan for that, and we see here pieces of Jetfire. Not seen since issue 1 or 2. Steel yourself, Decepticons. We are coming for you. There you go. He did the meme. He did the meme. I am coming. And that's it. No double page spread, but another awesome issue introducing some more things that are happening in the upcoming weeks. Letters page. Another letters page. More letters than usual, I think. And then we get, of course, a teaser of the cover for issue 8. Of course, we see Elita 1 because she was revealed in this issue. Cobra Commander and Duke ongoing. And we have Void Rivals, which is the comic series that started off the Energon universe and introduced Transformers into the universe with Jetfire. Now has Springer involved. So Springer is very much in the Void Rivals comic at the moment. I don't know to what extent, but he's there, he exists, he's in this universe. I don't know if Springer is going to then appear in the Transformers comic. I'd like to think so. I think Springer's pretty cool. Autobot Triple Changer, there are not many of those. At least not among the cast we've seen so far. Pretty cool. And then we get the advert for the Transformers game that we saw that was in last week's issue as well. G.I. Joe deck building role-playing game, yada yada. Skybound Insiders. Everyone's got an Insiders now. Insiders. And then on the back, instead of the Autobot and Decepticon logo, we see some alternate covers for issue 7. So that's the one we've got. Cover B, we've got the Autobots, including Elita 1, on top of the arc. You've got Carly in the face of war. You've got Soundwave versus Optimus. Pretty cool covers. I think this is my favourite of the variants. A kind of, almost like a 3D render, the detail's so good. RC clinging onto Starscream and shooting him while he's in the air. Soundwave over Starscream. And another cool one here of Ultra Magnus and RC. Yeah. Oh, it even tells you who did the covers. That's cool. But there we go. That is the end of Transformers Tuesday for this week. We have had our fill of comic for another week. 40 minutes. Okay, yeah, these seem to be averaging at about 40 minutes to 45 minutes or so. I think the first one was a bit longer because that was definitely more of a review. Now it's just look at all the exciting Transformers content that I gush about. Anyway, there we go. I am, of course, very thankful to the raid from Mikazu Kami. That's very kind of you. I think I've said this before. I'm saying it again. These streams are so small, and I think the audience is so niche. I am not raiding out on Tuesdays. We're just going to end it. We're just going to end the stream. So, by all means, go and find your second favourite streamers on a Tuesday evening and go and give them a big hello. I am going to spend the rest of my evening chilling. More Transformers Tuesday next week with issue number 8. Look out for the schedule being updated at the weekend. No stream from me now until Friday. There's no Sable tomorrow because I'm at a barbecue. But yeah, Friday will be Tomb Raider as normal. So I shall see you guys then. Thank you and bye-bye.